Welcome everybody to the third episode of the CrossCast podcast. Jerome's not here because, Jerome, he's busy with things.
Yeah, and we're not.
And we're not because we got no lives. Wait, hold on a minute. That doesn't... Never mind. Anyway, we're not going to waste much time. We're just going to jump right into the news for this week. So, starting off on the docket, Mega Man 2.5 fan remake has been released recently, and it's looking great.
Yeah. Although, personally, I'm not a fan simply because, I feel that sort of perspective in a, classic Mega Man game makes my head hurt a bit.
Understandable, but it's still such a cool thing to see, especially after I believe the game's been in development for, 8 years.
Yeah.
Which is a really long time.
And, props to the guy. He put a lot of work in it, but, personally, I just can't play a game like that because, that sort of perspective just, it really irritates me a bit.
Fair enough. Okay, so next up on the docket, Nintendo is studying VR support for Nintendo Switch, which I don't know how that's going to work because VR with a 720p screen that close to your face probably might not look the best.
Well, how would, is the Switch strong enough to really even support proper VR?
I honestly don't know. I would assume no, but... I don't know. I mean, phones can do VR, but they're not the kind of VR experiences that you would get on something like Oculus Rift or PSVR or something like that.
Yeah, or HTC Vive or whatever it's called.
So I assume they'd probably be talking in relations to stuff like phone VR and stuff like that, not necessarily full-on gaming stuff, but...
Maybe it's for, their next console.
Maybe. I don't really know.
After Switch, it's Nintendo VR.
Or if there's another version of the Switch, who knows?
Yeah.
Like a Switch Pro or something like that.
Switch Pro, the 4K Switch or whatever.
Yeah, that costs $500.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who personally has a PS4 Pro.
I know a few people who do, but not as many people have them as they do regular PS4s, obviously. So next up we've got Snake Pass and Jackbox Party Pack 3 coming to Nintendo Switch.
What?
I don't know anything about this game either, so I'm just as lost as
this is the first I've ever heard of it, actually.
From the name alone, I think it's some kind of party game made by Sumo Digital. So
aren't they the guys who made Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing?
I believe so.
Because I recognize that name, but I've never heard of this game before.
So yeah, apparently that's getting a Nintendo Switch release. The Last Guardian is getting a permanent $20 price cut. So it's dropping from $60 standard price to $40.
How about they improve those controls?
And for us Canadians, that's dropping from $80 to $60. So
yeah, so it's actually buyable now.
Yeah, it's actually purchasable.
Yeah, I hate how in Canada it's $80 now.
Well, I mean, not if you're on PC, because, Steam sales and such, but...
Yeah. Well, I can't... I'm gonna have to spend $80 on Zelda.
Well, I mean, if you ordered it from the US and you have Amazon Prime, it would actually only be $70. Versus paying $90. So, I mean, it's up to you if you want to save that $20. All right. Actually, no, scratch that. Sorry, it'd be $60, it'd be $60, not $70. $60.
$30, alright, that's... pretty fair, but I don't have Amazon Prime, so yeah.
Well, I mean, you are a student, so you can get a half a month free trial, so...
Half a month just for Zelda?
I mean, no, sorry, not half a month. Half a year trial, sorry,
okay.
Half a year.
Alright, half a year just for Zelda.
Yeah, why not? So next up, Final Fantasy XIV is getting a room escape later this year.
A what?
Room escape is essentially... It's a real life thing that people can go to where you get locked into this maze essentially and you've got to find your way out.
Wait, but Final Fantasy 14 is the MMO.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that seems a bit weird to say the least.
Funnily enough, Zelda also got announced for one as well, called Defenders of the Triforce, which is also coming later this year as well.
So wait, explain how these room escapes work to me, because I don't understand them.
I'm not 100% on the details myself, but from what I gathered, it's essentially a bunch of people get put into this maze, and your objective is to find your way out. So think of it like a real life maze, just inspired by like different things. So you'd have it like aesthetics from like Zelda or Final Fantasy and stuff like that.
Alright, Zelda I can understand, but like Final Fantasy 14, like especially the MMO part, I don't understand how that's related, but whatever, it's Square.
Yeah. So next up, Fire Emblem Heroes is now live on Android and iOS. Still haven't downloaded it myself yet because I'm not really the biggest fan of mobile games, but I might give it a shot.
Yeah, I haven't downloaded it either.
From what many of my friends said, it's actually rather fun. So
yeah, but I looked at one of the screenshots one of my friends sent me, and one of the maps looked exactly like he was using an RPG Maker tile set, like legit. That's what I saw.
And you just check the credits, and it says Nintendo, and it says Game Maker underneath there.
I don't know, like. I feel Fire Emblem is pandering too much to the weeb crowd recently.
Well, in all fairness, if it didn't, then the series would actually be dead.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, it's the waifu appeal is like a big appeal of Fire Emblem nowadays, I guess.
Yeah, the waifu and husbando appeal. It's for the greater good.
It's for the greater good, alright.
So next up, Blizzard has banned over 1,000 Korean Overwatch hackers.
Yeah, were they all playing Reaper?
It's not specified. It just says that they've been using unauthorized third-party programs. But I have a feeling most of them I feel like most of them, just because of the fact that they're hacking, are probably paying, what's her face? Who's that hacker lady that just got revealed recently? I know her name.
Sombra?
Yeah, thank you, Sombra, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even play Overwatch, and I know that name, Solandi.
I know, I need to get good. So next up,
wait. I just have a question about this. Did they eventually nerf Roadhog's grab move?
Yeah, they did nerf that.
Alright, because that shit was annoying in the back of the beta.
Yeah, so they did nerf that, so you don't gotta worry about that. You just gotta worry about Bastion. Still can't believe that he was originally supposed to have a shield on top of everything else.
Wait, he was?
Yeah, he was originally supposed to have a shield in turret mode. That gave 200 hit points of damage.
Well, thank God someone in Blizzard had the common sense to remove that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine how fucking broken that would be?
Are you tired of Bastion stealing your kills? At least remember, it could always be worse.
It could have been a lot worse. Okay, so next up, real-life Rocket League cars are coming to toy stores. I mean, hey, I'm all for that. Rocket League.
Wait, are they like actual car sized or are they toys?
They're toy sized, Ramon.
Alright, because like when you said real life Rocket League cars, my mind just like I'm like, oh, the future is here right now.
you just driving down the street in your car casually, and then someone just blazes past you in a Rocket League car.
Yeah, just hitting a ball across the road.
Hey, I'd pay to. Hey, if that was a real sport, I'd probably pay to see that. That sounds pretty fun. Not gonna lie. So next up, Sony is finally adding external hard drive support for PlayStation 4.
Oh, all right. That's actually pretty cool, I guess.
I was honestly surprised that wasn't there to begin with.
Yeah, that was too, because like most consoles I know have like external hard drive support from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. Because the Wii U had it and the Xbox One had it, but the PS4 just now finally got that.
How much like hard drive space did the PS4 actually start with?
500 gigs, same as Xbox One.
Oh, that's not a lot, really, but...
Well, considering that no developer in this day and age knows how to fucking compress their games, yeah.
How do you like those 100 GB for Titanfall?
While we're also on the subject of compressing games, did you hear how Fallout 4 is getting an update for PS4 Pro that's just textures, and guess how large it is?
How large? I can't even read
It's 58 fucking gigabytes just for textures. And
watch them just be slightly improved textures that modders can like easily make better for like half
for a lot less. Exactly.
Like that's the thing with Bethesda games. When they're for Skyrim, right? When they released the official HD texture pack, it was so terrible that like regular modders can do significantly better than that for like a fraction of the disc size.
It's honestly why Bethesda, for me, if I ever actually play their games, it has to be PC.
Yeah, but like, for me, when I play a Bethesda game, it's like, oh, I played for the mods, I don't actually play for the content.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I'd get it on PC and then I'd mod it.
Yeah. Because, like, Have you ever heard of how Bethesda for the Nuka-Cola World, or whatever it was called, DLC, they took a guy's quest mod for Fallout, I think either 3 or New Vegas, and they basically ripped that off.
Robot, your voice kind of cut out on me, so I'm going to need you to repeat that. And it looks like we're having technical difficulties. Tease.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay, so what were you saying before?
Yeah, so, for Fallout, well, you're gonna have to cut some of this out, so yeah.
Yeah, I know, but...
Alright, yeah, so for Fallout 4, right, for the I remember reading about this, where for the Nuka-Cola World DLC, or whatever the hell it's called, Bethesda basically took a quest mod for either Fallout 3 or Fallout 4, I don't remember at the moment, but they basically took that quest mod, and they ripped it the hell off, and just ported it to Fallout 4, and now you're paying money for it.
Wow, that's really fucked up, actually.
Yeah, it is. In, like, some of the environments are pretty much the same, with, like, higher res assets, I guess.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
Oh, and just as an added note that I forgot to mention earlier, the PS4 supports external hard drives up to 8 terabytes in size.
Oh, okay, that's actually pretty good. Like, I doubt you'll need that much anyways, but...
with some people, I don't know, man. You never know. So next up on the docket, PS4 Pro has added what's known as a boost mode to improve performance of games that didn't originally have PS4 Pro patches.
Oh, okay. So now people can play Bloodborne properly, I guess.
Yeah, so instead of running at 20 FPS, it'll run at 30 FPS.
Yeah. Maybe one day, FromSoft will finally decide to fix their frame tracing shit.
You know they won't.
It's really weird, because, like, Bloodborne technically runs fine, and, like, it runs at around 30 FPS, but, like, because of the frame pacing issues, at times it'll feel like it's running worse.
Yeah, but, From Software.
Yeah, after the shit show that was Blighttown on PS3, yeah.
Oh, man. Don't even get me started. So next up on the docket, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 on the PC receives a patch that enables 4K and 60 FPS.
But did they fix that crash?
I don't know.
Yeah, because, like, I don't care unless they fix that crash, man. Because, like, yeah, that was the perfect timing.
In case, if you don't know what we're talking about, go watch our Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm video that we did. You'll understand what we mean.
Yeah. It's a glorious video, I have to admit. It's pretty great.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Like, just for the ending, anyways.
Yeah. So next up on the list, Overwatch's Lucio is coming to Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, okay. That's, Blizzard's MOBA, right?
Yeah. Now, if I played Hero of the Storm, I'd probably care more.
Well, if I played MOBAs in general, I'd probably care more, but, like, I don't.
Okay, well, that too. So next up, Fallout Shelter is coming to consoles next week.
Oh, great. Another Fallout game I couldn't care less about.
Do you even like Fallout, Ramon? At all?
I like the Fallout 1, 2, and New Vegas. I hate all the Bethesda-made ones, because they're barely RPGs.
Okay. Pokemon Sun and Moon has met. Pokemon Sun and Moon players meet a global mission goal for the first time ever.
Oh, I thought they failed the last two.
Yeah, they did. Like I said, this is the first time they've ever actually done it.
Oh shit, that's actually pretty big news.
On the third attempt. But hey,
what they get?
Probably nothing.
Just a feeling of satisfaction.
Yeah, the feeling that you accomplished something.
Yeah.
In reality, though, you just wasted your time. Okay, next up, Blizzard doesn't want Overwatch console players using mouse and keyboard setups.
Well, yeah, it would be a bit broken.
I was gonna say, I don't think that really needs much, what's the word I'm looking for? Explanation at all.
Yeah, because the moment you give somebody a mouse and keyboard, they just wreak havoc on anyone else using controller.
Yeah. Okay, so next up, the Nintendo Switch online services will be much, much cheaper than PS4 and Xbox One, which is roughly around 2,000 to 3,000 yen per year, which roughly translates to about $17 to $25 US.
So cheaper for shittier service?
Allegedly, yes.
No, I just want to know because like I want to know if the online's on par with the other services.
Well, I mean, okay, as much as fun as it is to shit on Nintendo, despite the fact that I am a Nintendo fan, playing online on the 3DS and Wii U has been rather painful. Like, I don't usually drop out of games. Like this.
You mean painless?
What did I say?
You said painful.
I did? Oh shit, I meant painless. Sorry, I meant painless, but like I don't usually ever drop out of games or desync from other people unless like they just quit. And like I'm able to download stuff from the eShop, it's usually never down. So like in terms of like having the service stay up and be stable, that's fine.
Just what the functionality, right?
Yeah, like the functionality, like there's no party chat, you can't invite people to join your game. It's very clunky to message people, like you hardly get any sales on the eShop that are actually worth something. So it's stuff like that people are mostly concerned about.
Yeah.
And also that stupid phone app, but you know, we already talked about that.
The one thing that's really worrying me about the Switches online is the whole phone app bullshit that they're trying to say, where it's like you join people from a phone app, like come on, like get real with that shit.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid. Yeah, like
I don't want to take out my phone while I'm playing something.
Like, can you imagine this scenario? Like, we're doing a CrossFactor video, and we're like, hey, let's join in Smash Brothers so we can play together. And then I have to pull out my fucking phone to go on a Nintendo app to join you guys instead of just doing it from the Switch.
The craziest part is that you can already, in like the Wii U and the 3DS, you can already join a game in progress.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
like, you had this right the first two times, and then you fucked it up. Well, we'll have to see. Hopefully they have a Nintendo Direct before this comes out.
Yeah.
Which is funny because this comes out in like less than 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, roughly 4 weeks from now.
But hey, at least Zelda's gonna be out then.
Yeah, it will. And I still won't have one at launch.
Alright.
Okay, so next up, Nintendo officially kills Project Giant Robo.
Oh, that was that game Miyamoto showed at E3 like a few years ago.
Yeah, that nobody gave a fuck about.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be integrated into like Star Fox or something.
That's what a lot of people thought, but allegedly not.
I guess that was back when Star Fox was supposed to be like an episodic thing.
Yeah, but you know, considering the fact that it didn't sell well,
yeah,
we know what happens.
Now Star Fox is dead.
Forever, except in Smash.
Yeah, well... That's not really the Star Fox.
Yeah, I know, that's not really much.
Want.
Yeah, I know, I mean, that's not really being alive either, but it's something.
Yeah, that's more in a state where, like, your corpses parade around on the street or something.
I mean, you well, more like your barely alive body.
It's a public hanging.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Okay, so next up, Nintendo's first Super Bowl ad is all about the Nintendo Switch, and I have to admit, comparing this ad to the first ad of the Wii U...
Well, comparing like, any of the new ads to Wii U ads, you'll see a huge improvement.
I know, but it's like, this ad is so good, and in contrast, the Wii U ad is so fucking bad.
Yeah, like, looking back, right, all the Wii U ads are super terrible.
They're really fucking bad. Like, they were bad back then, don't get me wrong, but they're really fucking bad now.
Especially seeing, like, compared to how it is right now, because, like, the Switch ads right now are pretty good, I have to say, but, like...
Yeah, they're rather well made.
But, like, yeah, those Wii U ads, yeah, that's not great.
Yeah. Anyway, a lot of Nintendo Switch news this week. Nintendo confirms that 100 games now in development for Nintendo Switch, and I'll guarantee about 1% of that is third party.
Yeah. Hopefully, in that 1%'s like a Dark Souls collection.
Ramon, let the dream die. You know it won't happen.
Yeah, I know. From Software can't even care about that, I guess.
So next up, a developer accidentally shows off the Nintendo Switch developer menu by mistake in one of the Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah, that's
I don't know how you fucked that up.
Yeah. Just when I was giving some like compliments to Nintendo's marketing.
Well, that's more on Nintendo of Portugal's marketing.
All right, Nintendo of Portugal's marketing, but yeah.
So Nintendo pledges to keep making games for Nintendo 3DS despite the fact that the Switch is on the horizon. And I'm a bit torn on this because, granted, I do want them to continue supporting the 3DS for people who don't immediately go to Switch, the same way Sony always supports their past console before fully shifting gears to the next one.
Hey man, I don't see them supporting Vita much these days.
Okay, well, Vita withstanding because it's Vita, but
I thought it was supposed to be life. I thought Vita meant life. It's the deadest thing I've seen.
Well, I mean, no, the Vita's more dead than the Wii U. What am I saying?
Yeah, like the Wii U at least has until Zelda, but the Vita's dead for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, so I said I'm partially torn on this because yes, I do want them to continue supporting the 3DS, but at the same time, I'm like, the Switch's launch besides Zelda really doesn't have much going for it.
Yeah.
And I know it's a console launch and you're never really supposed to get a console at launch, but it's just like if you don't like Zelda, there's really no reason to get that console.
Yeah, but thankfully most people do like Zelda, so yeah.
Yeah. So next up, a new Need for Speed game is coming soon. I couldn't give less of a fuck.
Yeah, I don't really care about racing games, honestly. Well, with the exception being like F-Zero and Mario Kart.
Yeah, and Crash Team Racing. So next up, Club Penguin is set to close.
Oh shit, my sister was telling me about this.
Yeah, Club Penguin is officially closing down.
Yeah, my sister, it's really weird, because I come home from university, and then my sister's like, oh shit, Club Penguin's about to close down. And she shows me how she's one of the richest people in Club Penguin, with 66 or 67 or so K that she made, legit. And all I can do is really laugh at her. But yeah, this is bringing back memories.
Yeah, I do remember Club Penguin, but I remember I didn't really play it that much.
I remember playing it back when I was 10 years old, and I remember all the crazy stuff that I used to get into. One of my friends told me he owned part of the game and stuff. It was really weird.
All I remember is the amount of drama that went on in some of those rooms.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. I would remember when someone just starts swearing in the middle of the place, and then all you see is everyone just running away or something.
Exactly.
And then there'd be a bunch of bots making a swastika in one corner of the map.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was going on with Club Penguin sometimes.
Yeah. All I can say about Club Penguin was that it was the most money grabbing thing ever because of the fact that you couldn't buy any items unless you were on a subscription. So yeah.
But we all played it though.
Yeah, well, because we were dumb kids who didn't know any better.
Very true.
Thankfully, I moved on to actual MMOs.
Well, I mean, to be fair, back during the day, if my friends weren't convincing me to play Club Penguin, then I was playing RuneScape, so...
Well, here's the thing, right? I was playing RuneScape too, until I realized how grindy RuneScape was, so I quit RuneScape for World of Warcraft.
I think I went to, level 56 or so before I stopped.
I stopped way before that. My brother made it to cap, but, I stopped at, level 40 when I realized I don't know what I'm doing here, so I just stopped.
I think I just stopped because I kept getting my ass handed to me and I had no way to deal with it because I was a kid.
Yeah, well, I was just bored with grinding, so yeah.
So next up, Square Enix teases Final Fantasy VII Remake and Kingdom Hearts 3, but barely anything.
Well, I saw the Kingdom Hearts 3 screenshot and, it looks a bit nice. The foliage looks kind of bad.
Well, that might just be because it's a screenshot and it's not in motion.
Yeah. And then there's FF7 Remake, so yeah, that
with that wallpaper of Cloud and Sephiroth and Midgar.
Yeah, it's the FF7 Advent Children One Wing Angel design though.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't mind that so much. I just kind of want everybody else that's not Sephiroth to have their original designs.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? My main thing with FF7 is I don't want them to go too grimdark with this. Just keep it like the original game. With all the dumb shit in there as well.
I want that too, but at the same time, I kind of feel like we won't get cross-dressing Cloud anymore, and that's a shame.
What about snowboarding Cloud? At least give us that.
No, they have to keep that in there. They better keep that in there.
Or what about what do you call it? Sid's dumb walk cycle.
I just hope somebody, if the PC version eventually comes out, somebody can just mod that to have Sid's stupid running animation.
Yeah, that and Wheelchair Cloud for the entire game.
Yeah. I also really hope, on a serious matter, I hope they have a toggle to go between the original FF7 soundtrack and the remade one.
Yeah. Also, I also hope that the combat's not too simple, because it's like it's real time now, right?
Yeah, but we've barely seen anything of the game, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it looks similar to Kingdom Hearts style or like FF15 style combat from what we've seen.
Yeah. So Super Mario Run adds an update which enables easy mode.
Has it come out on Android yet?
No, it's actually no. I think it has actually.
Alright, because I might need to try it out one of these days.
I probably would get it, but Android is a piece of shit at running video games, so like.
Well, yeah, I also have a shitty phone, so yeah.
It's one of the only reasons I regret getting an Android over iOS, but then I think back to myself, I'm like, yeah, but then I don't play phone games anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I barely use my phone anyways unless I need to call people. So yeah.
Yeah. Or, not get lost at a convention.
Yeah, or just check the internet, I guess.
Yeah. So final Wii U models have been discontinued in Japan, and production of the Wii U is officially dead.
Alright, so Wii U is dead now.
So now it's become a collector's item.
Alright, I'm gonna save mine.
Yeah, and then sell it for $1,000.
Yeah. But first I need to get Xenoblade Chronicles X. Hopefully that doesn't get discontinued.
Well, there's always the digital version.
Yeah, but like it's always good to have like a copy of the game in your hands, you know?
Very true. I mean, even for the Switch, I'm still kind of debating if I want to go digital or retail, but I think I might end up just going retail.
Yeah.
So the founder of Namco and the father of Pac-Man dies at age 91.
Rest in peace, I guess.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I forget his name. It was
It's Masaya Nakamura.
Alright, yeah. He's Namco Bandai founder, so yeah.
Yep.
When are we getting the next Soul Calibur, guys?
Never. So Gears of War 4 gets Xbox One and PC cross-platform play.
Oh yeah, Gears of War 4 is on PC. I remember that. Yeah.
It's too bad I don't care about Gears though.
Yeah. Now when's my Halo Master Chief Collection on PC?
Ramon, don't play with my heart like that. You know how badly I want
that.
No,
well, if that ever comes, right? Like, people say that, there's too many bugs for that shit. Hey, the modders can fix all those bugs, you know?
They'll probably fix that in like a month.
Yeah. Give or take.
Give or take. And besides that, that's pretty much everything relevant for this week. This is a rather short podcast.
Yeah, just like 30 minutes.
It's funny how when Jerome's not here, the podcast is super short.
Well, yeah.
Come back to us, Jerome. We need you. But anyway, guys, that's the end of this podcast. So we will see you next time.
Yeah,
Peace out.
Just remember, don't watch SAO, and Spice and Wolf is awesome.